Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Marjorie. Today I've got two gorgeous wreaths for you. This first one here is going to be this Hello Spring wreath with this beautiful tulip sign with the cute little butterfly. Now I got that at Craft Outlet along with that beautiful deco mesh. Oh my goodness, it is fabric deco mesh. If you ever can, grab you some. That is my favorite type of mesh to work with. It's just so pliable. I just really love working with it, and this one here has got some beautiful colors to it. I love the spring colors. With my sign, since it's already got two holes drilled in it, I'm just taking some floral wire and putting it through the holes, and that is how I'm going to go ahead and attach my sign to my frame. Now I showed you two beautiful ribbons that I got from Craft Outlet, and here I've got these pipe cleaners. I got them at Hobby Lobby a couple years ago, just on sale, and they look a little fancy. Here I'm showing you the two crossbars, and in between the two crossbars is sections. In the first two inner rings, I'm going to add one pipe cleaner. And then in the outer two rings, I'm going to add two pipe cleaners. Like I said, these little pipe cleaners got a special look to them, but I got them at Hobby Lobby a couple years ago. They were on clearance. So I was like, hey, picked them up, bought them, and can't beat a good sale. And then so there's 6 sections, and I put 18 pieces of pipe cleaner on it. Now y'all, is this not gorgeous? Anyways, I cut the because I've got 2 rolls. I want one roll to cover half the wreath, so that will be 9 pipe cleaners. And I divided the total length of 360 inches by the 9 to give me a total of 40-inch cuts. Now you can definitely do less, but I don't like a whole bunch of little scrap pieces of mesh around or ribbon. And so I like to do the 40 inches, but by all means do 30 or however you want to do it. This is what's called a cruffle method, or a woodland ruffle. I just like to call it a cruffle just because it's easier to say. And it tells you basically what combination you have in there. You have a combination of the curl, which you'll see here. I roll it up 3 times, and then I don't force the rolls, meaning I don't make them really small and tight. So then here I'm doing the ruffle method, where I'm just bringing my fingers up, and that's what creates a cruffle, a curl and a ruffle. So I just go ahead and add those to my my pipe cleaners. And the one good thing about these mesh is that when you have different stripes, you could really tell that the pink was like my middle, so it helps you keep aligned. And this is how full and gorgeous it looks halfway done. Now here's this beautiful black with butterfly ribbons that I got from Craft Outlet, along with this white with yellow tulips. And I just thought it was really pretty. I just wanted to capture the tulips and the butterfly from the sign. And I cut my ribbon at 14 inches. They're both 2.5 inches of wired ribbon. These are very good, thicker ribbon to work with. And when you have, I like working with the thicker ribbon because it seems to hold its shape better. I definitely don't like using the satin ribbon, but it's all up to what you like to use. So here's a beautiful, beautiful wreath, all nice and full with all the mesh. Here I just crisscross the shapes, find the middle. Crisscross the ribbon, find the middle, pinch it in the middle, and then I just kind of curl my tails with my fingers, fold it in half and put it right there inside the pipe cleaner. And here I am just showing you the method again. Now I do have 12 of the pipe cleaners around the bottom where I'm adding the tails to now. There's 12 pipe cleaners there, and I know between my sign and my bow that it's going to cover up the majority of the pipe cleaners in the middle, so I went ahead and cut 2 extra. So I cut a total of 14 tails. Here's just some deco tubing, which I got from the craft outlet as well. But you can also find it at the Dollar Tree. And I'm just taking a little bunch of it and making like a little bow tie. And then I'm adding it to the top of the pipe cleaner. And then I just fold the pipe cleaner down over itself. So here I've got all my ribbon tails at the bottom. And just kind of looking, I had already looked at where I wanted to place my, I already looked to find out where I wanted the top of my wreath to be. And so I knew I was going to have to add a little bit of another tail set right there. So that's pretty much going to be the top. And then here's my sign. Sorry if my sign is out of shot, but all I'm doing is weeding through my deco mesh and finding the wired wreath frame, and then I'm just attaching it that way. And I do the top end, and then now I'm going to do the same with the bottom. And remember, when you're attaching your sign and your bows, don't make them too tight that it presses down into the mesh. You don't want to give it that sunken look. You want to make it just sit on top of there just perfectly. And once you do it more often, you'll get the hang of it. I know when I started, I'd have to do it and undo it and until I got used to doing it. So here's another area where I knew I needed to add another tail, and so I'm adding the last tail here. And if you'll notice, on the 2 inner rings where I added the last 2 sets of tails, I didn't put the deco tubing in it. I just wanted to have my sign and my bow speak for the wreath. So I'm using 14-inch tail with a 6-inch loop to begin with, and then I'll finish that one with that layer with an 8-inch tail. Your 8-inch tails need to go to the top, and your 14-inch tails need to go to the bottom. Now, when I'm adding all of these, what I'm doing is I'm doing 2 ribbons at 6-inch loops, excuse me. And then what I'll do is I'll take the next 2 ribbon and do it at 5.5-inch loops, and then again the next 2 ribbon at 5-inch loops. So I'm tapering down the loops as I go, but my tail lengths still stay the same. And I could not wait to go get those ribbons from Sam's. Oh my goodness. If you can do so, they are really good quality. They're pretty thick and very nice to work with. And they were so beautiful. I did not get all that I wanted. Oh my gosh. I had still got, oh man, I think I might have got 10, 12 rolls of ribbon, but it's ribbon that can last you throughout many seasons and stuff like that. And especially when you have a lot of different wreaths or swags, just different things that you decorate with. You could make beautiful floral arrangements and add touches of ribbon, little bows here and there. So, but good, I just could not believe all the beautiful colors. But like I said, I didn't get as much as I wanted. I wanted to get more, but I am a ribbon fanatic, y'all. To me, that is the best part of a wreath is the ribbon. With the exception, like this wreath, I really love the fabric mesh. I love the ribbon too, but the fabric mesh is just so beautiful. All the different colors is beautiful, beautiful. So here I'm actually taking my last piece and I made just a little loop to go into the middle. And then what I'm going to do, which I should have already done, is take two of the pipe cleaners and make them a little bit longer. That way for me it's a little bit easier to attach to the wreath frame. So I'm showing you how thick it looks, but when you are putting the pipe cleaner on, I squish it down pretty significantly and I do a tight twist. I actually twist the bow and not the pipe cleaners. That helps keep it very tight. Now I just go in and dovetail all of my 2.5 inch ribbon, and then my 1.5 inch ribbon I just cut in an angle. You can cut all of them with the dovetail. Heck, you can do all of them at the slants. Whatever you like to do. This is just the way I like to do them. Now I'm getting ready to put this bow on there. And I do just like I did the sign. I just go in between some of the deco mesh and find the wreath frame, and I actually attach the pipe cleaners to the wreath frame. Now, if you guys wanted to, you wouldn't have to use the pipe cleaners for the bow like I did. You could use the floral wire as well. It's just up to you. And here I am just kind of adjusting my bow, my loops and my tails, and trying to get them all nice and fluffy. So making sure that my loops are all open and that my tails have a nice little curve to it that helps with the fullness of the bow. And there she is. Isn't she so pretty? I just love it. I think it's so gorgeous. I love how she turned out. Let me know what you guys think in the comment below. So on to the next one this is the easy. I've got those lamb ears from Walmart. This carrot I got from the craft outlet and it was less than $10. This is a very inexpensive and quick way that you can make a wreath. As you can see, it's already got its little tail hanging thing on there. And so the little greenery that was already on there was like in two sections kind of. So what I did is I took one section and I zip tied one of those bunches of lamb ears to one, and then I'll do the same to the other bunch. And you can't see too much of the greenery from the original greenery, but you can a little bit, and it's okay because it makes it look just a little bit fuller. I wanted to go with the lamb's ear because I really think it's pretty and I really like the light color of it, and I thought it would make a really nice touch other than using like boxwood or anything like that. So once I take my zip ties off, I just use some wire cutters, and I cut the excess of the stems off, and there you see it looks so pretty and full. Now that I set that aside, and I am going to use just a couple of like this green ribbon I got from Michael's a year or two ago with the 70% off. And then I got this orange one from Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance for 99 cents a couple years ago. So I thought it was great. I was just going to put these two together. And I actually went with smaller loops. I went with the 5-inch, 4.5, and 4-inch loops on these with 6-inch tails that way. That way, I'm trying to get a little bit better of not going too overboard and losing the shape. But this turns out beautifully. As you're watching, I just want to say thank you with all of my heart for stopping by, supporting my channel, and giving me honest feedback. Whether it be good or bad, I am open to everything. I know there's room for me to improve, so please, by all means, leave me a comment what you think, what would you have done different, and I really thank you for stopping by and supporting my channel. If you like what you see, if you don't mind just giving my video a like and subscribing to my channel if you haven't done so already. So just like I did with the other bow, I leave just a little loop in the middle to be the center of the bow. And here I did use the wire, and I did this because once I go to attach it on the wreath, that wire can actually poke through the fabric and help me tie the bow to the ribbon. I mean, the bow to the wreath. So same technique, twisting the bow and not my hand. And here you see I am just gonna try to poke it right on through there. And once I do, I poke it through the fabric, and then the other one I poke in between the two greenery picks, and I just give it a good couple of twists, and then I poke that right down inside the fabric so you can't feel it. And the next thing you do, my favorite thing to do, is to fluff the bows. But of course I got to go ahead and finish up those tail ends. And again, I'm just cutting all of these at a diagonal. I'm sorry guys, if you hear something, that's my dog. She's over there going a little crazy. I don't know what she's doing. I think she's over there playing with herself. She's a silly girl. But I really like how this turned out. And I like the different patterns. I mean, I basically have a buffalo check, gingham, and then I don't know what that orange that orange one is. But I do like how everything turned out. I like how the carrot itself is not a normal orange color, and that's why I wanted to tie in the orange color with the ribbon, and I really like how that turned out too. I think everything just turned out so nice and just played in together with itself. So again, just tell me what you think in the comments, and what would you have done? Would you have added other, berry picks or What would you have done different? So again, thank you guys for stopping by, and I hope you have a very blessed day.